Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And if you're wondering why in the world we said that we're near a makeshift football field, well, for those who don't know, the backyard of Music Village headquarters is so huge, it technically can double over as a, miniature football field. And to make it feel more like Sports Month, and we didn't tell our father this one, we actually painted lines in the backyard for the football field and made a little miniature booth back there. Yeah, to get that Sports Month feel. But besides turning our backyard into a football field, folks, I think it's time for us to go ahead and check out some indie games from a planet far away and from the Steam machine alike for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the website known as UnityRoom.com with their said game, All for Hime. And this game automatically reminds me of not only Pokemon, but a little hint, or a huge hint according to the maestro, of Saw 5. Yikes, horrible combination, but the fact that you get a chance to sacrifice your friends for Hime to move on, yeah, definitely reminds me of something you would see in Saw. One of them, probably the new one that might come out this October, who knows? And here's hoping in the near future for this game that not only you get a chance to get more friends to help you get through levels, even though that sounds horrible, but also a chance for you to own a grappling hook to at least make it through a couple of the levels, even if you don't have any friends to sacrifice. The more we talk about this game and the things we want in it, the more of a horrible human being we seem to be. And moving on from that horrible decision of sacrificing your friends just to move on in some crazy tempo, the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of AndyMan404, nice name by the way, with their said game, Million Ant Moving Company. And a nice name for the game too, and this game automatically reminds me of the ants that was featured during all the Tom and Jerry cartoons that would always steal the food, that somehow got jobs as moving ants. I don't know how that worked, but like it. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that not only you get a chance to use regular ants, but also fire ants, flying ants, and even those bullet ants that try to move all the stuff to your house. And the reason why I say bullet ants is just in case someone tries to steal your stuff as you move it into the car, they can just light them up so they can start screaming down the street, "Oh my arm is on fire, no!" Yeah, that's the only reason I want to see if they're in it, to see if that could happen. Hopefully they add it. And the next game that we have up, besides Maestro saying I'm screaming like an absolute madman on the microphone this week, comes from the itch.io page of Ghost Tomato, or Ghost Tomato? Either way, nice name, with their said game, Won't You Come Knocking? And besides this song reminding me of something from the Rolling Stones, this game automatically reminds me of, I guess, Lavender Town in Pokemon. And pick whichever Pokemon that had Lavender Town in it, and you'll get this game. And here's hoping in the near future for this game with the first line they said of "Behind this door lies the greatest evil you've ever seen," is that you have something to defend yourself from this great evil, and apparently E.T. that is stalking you through this said, I guess, corridor or mine or wherever the world this place is. But yeah, here's hoping you have something to defend yourself, because I don't like the way that thing is sneaking up behind you that looks like E.T. Seriously, somebody hit it with a racket or something. Anyway, the next game that we have up comes from the developers Factus Games, nice name by the way, with their said game, Making History, the First World War. And this game automatically reminds me of, well, Civilization. definitely reminds me of Civilization, and here's hoping in the near future for this game, since it's the First World War, they include not only the Mauser pistol, but also includes the half-truck. And according to the maestro, he's not too entirely sure if both of those things were used during the First World War, but I got a feeling you can unlock it. Okay, I'll go for it. And hey, wait a minute. If this is the First World War, that's the Red Baron right there. So if they don't have the half-truck in this game, but yet they have the Red Baron, there's something wrong. Something real wrong there. Anyway, the next game that we have up, besides historical inaccuracies, comes from the developers TentWorks Interactive with their set game, City Block Builder. And this game automatically reminds me of not only a more in-depth version of SimCity Societies, but a little hint of SimCity 3000 and a splash in there of the movies. Which, by the way, we still need to review that game in the future, but on that other side note, here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to run your own movie theater, here's hoping that you get a chance to run your own movie lot as well. And if you can't build a movie studio lot, here's hoping that you could build a malt shop instead. You know, with all the music from Happy Days featured in it too. And even a small appearance from Fox. And Maestro's wondering how in the world can I make that happen? I don't know, the game will figure it out. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week comes from the creators or developers Black Apple, nice developer name by the way, with their said game, Sleep. And this game with the description and the fields that are on fire automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Nightmare on Elm Street, but a little hint in there of Silent Hill. Cause anytime you see a normal neighborhood go from peaceful cul-de-sac to burning living hell, yeah, that's right up Silent Hill's alley. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, as Maestro already is saying I'm gonna ask for a shotgun, and you're right, yes, here's hoping for a shotgun to shoot whatever in the world is chasing you in the forest, because I got a feeling that you're not gonna be able to pick up a tree branch or a rock or some form of heavy foreign object to knock that thing out with, so hey, a chance to use a shotgun to shoot it to make sure it's dead? Yeah, here's hoping they have that. That or a crucifix. Something to send it back to where it came from. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that comes from a planet far away from here, yet close enough for it to be beamed to this planet for us to talk about in less than 24 hours, you can go ahead and head on over to the Free Game Planet page, only known as freegameplanet.com, to check out a whole bunch of cool games that are just out of this world. And if you also want to go ahead and check out any other games that are coming through the Steam machine via the cargo ship, cargo plane, or even subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming button while clicking on that indie button as well, then check out a whole bunch of cool games that with the bases loaded are still able to knock it out of the park and give you a grand slam in value on cool games. Yeah, the best sports metaphors we can come up with. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back to this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.